Hello? Testing, testing. Hello, testing, testing. Hello, testing. Go fuck yourself. Greetings, everyone. Greetings, everyone. I am the Emerald Mystic from the Andromeda Galaxy. For those numbskulls and imbeciles that do not know where that is, simply look it up. I am here to tell you about a very special new show involving craft beer reviews, hard liquor reviews, fine wine, just about everything that is fermented. This show is unlike any other show. It was attempted one time by the established craft beer reviewers and wine reviewers. It was attempted one time, but it was sabotaged by certain individuals. The great Ronald J Theriot tried it once on request from James P. Madonna. And what happened? People tried to sabotage it. People with no sense of humor, people that were anal retentive, perhaps constipated, perhaps lacking fiber in their diet, people with no charisma or pizzazz whatsoever, no personality, nothing. People that are known as fanatics. There are many forms of fanatics on social media in this world. It could be any subject. It could be golf. It could be any sport, any hobby. All these people do is talk about one thing. Well, in this case, these people are wine, craft beer, sometimes hard liquor reviewers, so-called experts and gurus in the field of fermented beverages. But they have no personality, they have no charisma, they have no pizzazz. So Fandango Friday went to the back burner, unfortunately, because it was, in fact, sabotaged by a bunch of stuff shirts, a bunch of people with no personality, and most likely with many pounds of impacted fecal matter in their cones. Boring people. They're like robots. Robots. I want the detail of this beer. What is the date of this beer? Please, I must have the date. I must write down the date of the beer. And then there are those that go off the air after doing their very informative show. Let's say the show happened to be on a Wednesday. Okay, without mentioning names. And it's a wonderful review. Lots of information, only because the great Ronald J Theriot was on it. And with entertainment, charisma, and pizzazz by that guy, James P. Madonna, who did apologize for going overboard and overreacting towards Ronnie. And I told him, you did the right thing. You did the right thing, James, because one of your closest friends is a corporate controller with 2 master's degrees in finance and accounting, and he has a wonderful, outgoing sense of humor. So you were wrong, and you were right to apologize to Mr. Ronnie. And I bawled out James P. Madonna for that. Okay, that's water under the bridge. Ha ha, no pun intended. The bridge. The bridge man. Okay, but the point is, that wonderful show called Fandango Friday was in fact sabotaged and put to the back burner. Fandango Friday, the brainchild of James P. Madonna, in collaboration with the great educator himself, Mr. Ronald J Theriot, former and retired school teacher and expert at everything that is fermented. You heard me. I said expert at everything that is fermented. Okay, they attempted it. The stuffy, boring people with no sense of humor, no pizzazz, no charisma tried to put the kibosh on it. They put it down. But guess what? It's back. It was back, I believe, a few times on Friday. Fandango Friday is back with Ronald J Theriot, the great educator, and James P. Madonna. Okay. It is back with a fury. It usually is on 7 p.m. Fridays Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Time in Louisiana for Mr. Ronald J Theriot, the great educator. The man who is also, in my opinion, the backbone of Wild Card Wednesdays or any other craft beer review show he happens to host. Everyone else is a neophyte next to Ronald J Theriot. Okay? They are ham and eggers. They are not worth their salt in the craft beer, fine wine, high quality, top shelf, high end hard liquor. They are nothing. They are mere insects. They are mere cockroaches in the field next to the great Ronald J Theriot, the great educator. James P. Madonna and Ronald J Theriot is on a roll with Fandango Friday. And they will be back. They will be back very soon. Who knows? Perhaps this Friday. Okay, on the Louisiana Beer Review YouTube channel, and Ronald J Theriot's very successful Facebook group called Alcohol Lades. He will be back. They will be back with lots of hardcore, deep education in fermented beverages. Real education. You will walk away with your brain cells properly saturated with knowledge compared to the way they were before. You will walk away educated with Ronald J Theriot and James P. Madonna's Fandango Friday. You will also be entertained by the clever, witty antics of James P. Madonna. Okay. I just want to say hello to Mr. Jeremy Vincent, a fine man, a talented musician. He's a good egg in my book. Okay. But there are many people with no charisma, pizzazz, sense of humor, or personality. There is an individual that does a show that has many sycophant ass kisses crawling up his colon. He does a show during the week. I will not even mention the day. The day begins with the capital letter W. You remember the big W from that old comedy, It's a Mad, Mad World, or Mad, Mad, Mad World, or whatever the hell it was? The big W. There's a man who, after he educates people, or tries to, the poor soul, he tries his best. But without Ronald J Theriot, the show is nothing. But then after he goes off the air, he continues to do reviews. He continues to behave like he's still on the air. That is not logical. That is very illogical. It is illogical. Why does he do that? Why doesn't he just leave the show on the air if he insists on continuing to do reviews on the show? If you're off the air, you're off the air. You're not public anymore. You're not receiving comments from the public. You're not public on the air. You're not on YouTube on the air. You're not live anymore. Do you understand me? Does your brain cells comprehend what I'm saying? You're not on the air anymore. Why do you continue to behave like you are on the air and do reviews when you're off the air? You might as well leave the damn show on the air. It doesn't make sense. It's illogical. The Great Educator, Ronald J Theriot, off the air, agreed with James P. Madonna when he presented this very annoying situation, very annoying fact. He agreed with James P. Madonna wholeheartedly. I'm telling you, Ronald J Theriot, he is such a great educator. I want to use the wormhole, the interdimensional travel, and take him with me to my home planet in the Andromeda Galaxy to meet our leader, because he would be very proud to meet Ronald J Theriot, the great educator, who happens to be one of Earth's finest representatives and the only man, well, one of the few, that should really do fermented beverage reviewing. The only thing is, I am completely against macro, corporate American macro brews. They are crap. They are full of preservatives. They are full of chemicals. Only a corporate ass-kissing sucker, sycophant, would go out and openly brag about them. But there are some macro brews that are good, like the Modelo family from Mexico. Maybe I kind of liked Old Milwaukee. I love a Genesee Cream Ale. There are certain macros that are actually quality. Rolling Rock is not that bad. It's not that bad at all. But for the most part, you have an obnoxious, braggadocious, lying scumbag corporation known as Anheuser and Busch. Anheuser-Busch. Their brain should be inside of a bush. They have the mentality of a bush. They just got lucky by selling cheap, chemical-laden beers to a bunch of hicks, a bunch of hillbillies, a bunch of rednecks that just want to drink cheap beer strictly for the buzz. That's all they're concerned about is the buzz. They're not concerned about slowly sipping a fine craft beer, a porter or a stout, and enjoying the flavor. They're like those college kids on spring break, or the ones that go to the local bar at the weekend. The college kids that from the drink and puke generation. The punks that just want to get a buzz. They just want to get drunk on any damn thing, like a bunch of alcoholics. And they drink and puke. I have seen it through my device on the mothership. I have seen how they behave. They will puke in the urinal. They're disgusting. These are low-class people. People of dignity, of high intelligence, will drink high-quality craft beer. And I will tell you this. If it's hot and humid out, if there's a heat wave going on, and you're thirsty, personally, I don't care what date is on the beer. If it's ice cold and frosty and a good quality beer, as an alien, I will drink it. I will guzzle it down if I am that thirsty. I don't care what date is on the beer. What date is on the beer? I must write it down in my notebook. And then you have the person who does the show during the week on the big W saying to the other person, what date is on the beer? What date is on the beer? Like an android. What date is on the beer? Who gives a flying fuck what date is on the beer? If you enjoy the flavor, it's a good company, it's ice cold, it's frosty, you're thirsty enough, it's hot and humid outside, well, guzzle the damn thing. Anyway, that is enough. My main purpose for this video via the mothership in another dimension is to promote a pride and joy that I love very much. And I will send all of my intergalactic blessings in the direction of the great show with Ronald J Theriot, the Great Educator, and James P. Madonna of Mega Life 21 and Progressive Discussions, and his Facebook group, Everything is Food, among other groups. I will send my blessings to Fandango Friday. Long live Fandango Friday. And to all you megalomaniac control freaks out there, and you know who you are in the craft beer world. This craft beer snobs, should I call it. One control freak also is a big fan of the color red. If you get my drift, you're a punk. You're a punk that wouldn't face James P. Madonna face to face because he'll bash your fucking skull in. For real. He likes the color red. He's a control freak. Remember, the end times hasn't happened yet. There's still enough time to get your face bashed in, motherfucker. There's still time. After all you pulled on people on the internet, does your federal superior officers know what you have been doing? Do they know you use aliases on the internet? How would you like to get your ass sent to the unemployment line. Would you like that, pussy man? Anyway, I am digressing. I am here to promote Fandango Friday only with the great educator Ronald J Theriot and James P. Madonna. Goodbye until next time. This has been the Emerald Mystic.